What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyberknight's Flashpoint. Today's episode, we're going to attempt to run the sub-level party. However, I am down one mercenary. My recollection of how the game rules work is that ties go to me, and so I can start the timer. He'll come out of the detox. This mission won't fail. If it does, whatever. We've got other stuff we can do. It's not a big deal. Let's find out what happens. Yeah, cool. We got him out of the detox. That's what I thought was going to happen. All right, it's going to be kind of an awkward team here because ultimately a lot of people are busy with legwork and whatnot, and that's not quite ideal. So we're going to have the understudy little brother secondary hacker here, which is, you know, not the most powerful. That's for sure true. Anyway, let's go ahead and set up our gear as best we can. So we've got first AR pistol set up here. You'll have the second strongest one. And then we'll kind of go down the line. We'll put you on number 3, and then you'll be on number 4 because you're actually the least important via the fact that you're actually going to be hacking this mission. So other consideration here real quick is let's make sure you've got some kind of metacloud. That seems fine. Smoke grenade medic, yeah, seems all okay. I believe, as I checked, you needed a second point to level up for the talent you're going for. I don't really care that your deck is injured. We've all got half-decent gear at this point. One thing I forgot to do, well, try not to forget to do, which is switch this SMG out for the pistol I just dropped recently. We got the sure sign. I don't think it's better than the executive. Ultimately, the pure damage will be valuable to me. But we can grab this. Whoop, that's the wrong piece to put on. What I mean to put on is the silencer here. I have a spare body mod. We'll put that one on. Oh, okay, that's what we dropped. We dropped a... in the previous mission, we dropped a 9 accuracy pistol body mod, which is kind of nice. Have a spare optic. This is good enough as far as I'm concerned. I guess theoretically, we should actually have the Cyberknight run something slightly better. We'll have you run that one. I think that's going to be decent. We'll resave our loadouts real quick before I forget. That's AR pistol 2, and then you are on AR pistol 4. And that's going to look pretty decent here. Again, quite accurate pistol, so should be no problem getting the glancing hits if needed down the line. Anyway, this is the team. Let me double check around leverage before we go. I forgot to check on that. Yeah, we got 1 token here. I think we did some minor stuff and decided nothing else was worth it. Yeah, I think it's the case here. If I could disable devices, I would do that, but I don't have that tool, so... Oh well. Have a little bit of money, not a ton. We're going to go do a Q-gap spike. This map tends to get pretty hectic, so I guess enjoy. This will probably go for, I'm going to guess, like 45 minutes, actually. Let's run. We're on the ground here. The Matrix Terminal and sole access point to the buried data block is inside their fortress. And that is where their fortress is. Get me to the terminal and I can do the rest, but if things get hot, I'll need you to be watching my back. I don't spike well when I'm getting shot. Yeah, it makes sense. Got some ground to cover, and it would be best if we can arrive at the terminal without an open war on our hands. Once you've hit the CPU, your extractions are ready. Well, let's reach the terminal, spike the CPU. 4 favorites would get 12 kills. That seems fine to me. I'm happy to try for that. There's a box here that I want to probably grab stuff from. I'm going to expect the extract to be down here. We'll go in a big U shape. So going all the way around here is going to be kind of annoying. We're going to have to go through this camera. Probably still have to kill these guards, actually, but not the end of the world. Let's bump tactical surge. Let's go figure out where these guards... okay. Okay, fine. Figure out where you are going. You are going back toward us, which is actually a little scary, so I'm going to do a short yield to Void. I do not have Tactical Surge. Okay. What I'm going to do is yield back, and you're going to open up here. Unfortunately, not in range of both these guys. I'd have to walk a little bit closer to do so. It seems worth it to me, though. So I'm going to go here, and I believe that'll be in the cone. Let's hope I'm right. I don't really care about waking up more of the guards. I think that's fine. There's nothing to be... There we go. We get crit, we get damage. That is stuff. Let's see. You found a corpse. Yeah, you're going to be hard to kill. You're behind some cover. We could send one person a solo missions loot box, but if someone's here, we don't know about it yet, because we only see 40 meters. And the gun is only so loud. Let's see. So how do we want to play this out? I think it's actually delay, let the captain move. Because the captain can't possibly threaten us now at this point. The rest of the sleeping guards have their turn. Okay, you are investigating already. That is not what I expected, but that's fine. We'll still get rid of you. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's have you go for this kill. I think you might not kill first shot, but... Oh, I should have used Iron Grip at the start. That's a mistake. It's fine. He's spotted. This guy's dead. I could have single targeted. He was guaranteed dead anyway. It was a bit of a mistake, to be honest. Managing to not crit at all is kind of unfortunate, but I guess we had no crit debuffs on him, so it makes sense. I'm going to have Mindset be the first one to knock this camera down. He's got good range, and he's not my hacker, so we're going to have him use up his AP. Okay, there are 2 guards there, so the team's going to have to go that way. That's fine, though. We can do that. I'm not in a place to really... Actually, I'm kind of in a place to shoot. I think we can pistol this guy, and it'll be fine. What's your initiative? 17. We can beat that. I'm going to go take the risk here. I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to... I can't yield enough. Okay, they'll just... Never mind. I'm going to be out of AP. Let's not bother. I'm just going to run here and end my turn. I miscounted how many action points everyone else had and realized that it was basically 0. I can cross his line of sight and end here, and it should be fine. We're going to be in vision really briefly there, but that won't be enough to trigger alarm. If it is, oh well, we'll still beat him in initiative. I can make sure I use the tools, but yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. We unfortunately stayed there too long and got 1 tally. That one I misjudged. So he's going to report to Sec AI that he saw movement. That is going to result in some actual angst. I'm going to slow... I didn't get you both. Slow you down. That's not really useful. You're at 15, but... Or 17, rather. Oh, well, not making the best plays, but honestly, the variability of this map is just not dangerous right now. We are going to get several guards sent our way. I don't really mind that. We're going to have plenty of damage here. I am missing on high-quality combat tools. I don't have a sniper here for AoE buffs, so I'm really relying on the soldier and the cyber knight doing a lot of the damage here. If you proactively hunt, I'm actually going to be a little bit afraid, so... Okay, you are patrolling. Oh, that's bad. Okay, okay, they're both angry, and I didn't realize you were going to see that guy. Okay, so we need to go do some combat then. Thankfully, you're both in range, so it's pretty playable. Oh, yeah. Nicely done, buddy. You're kind of just great. Shot 1 might miss. Nope, it hit. Great. All right, well, the alert guards are down. I'm going to have you run for this box, and then everyone else can go this way instead. And be a little bit more direct. I am worried about you actually running up and getting stuff done, so... I'm going to run all the way to here. I'm going to marker sites to get crit chance, which should hopefully trigger recoup for me. That's kind of the hope here. With 3 bullets and 25% bonus crit chance, it's pretty good here at this point. In fact, I also have 25 from Savagery, so it's really guaranteed. Am I worried about you? I think no. Let's let you have your turn now. Are you coming for me? Yes. You're going to now hunt around the bodies. And you're hunting incorrectly. You tried. You didn't try very hard, but you did try. Alright, let's go knock down this, and the team can come across the bridge. That seems fine. I'm just going to put you here. I think that'll be relatively safe. We know several guards are woken up and will be walking over, but I'm not worried about where they're... Oh, I need to reload, actually. Before I do anything else, I need to reload. This end of the bridge is fine. Viking shouldn't need to reload just yet, so I'm just going to put you... somewhere like that. That seems fine. I think most guard movements will not threaten me. You're hunting, so you're just not going to be that scary. I think that might have been things getting turned back on as the escalation. Oh, mines. Okay. That's handleable, although some of them might be on top of me. From recollection, there are mines on the bridge that are sleeping. Indeed, look at that. I can still nuke that. It's fine. In fact, I'm in range just now, so mine goes down. Box gets grabbed. I don't really care if I trigger this camera or not. We've got a level 6 armor I can sell. That's going to be probably several 100,000. Pretty comfortable right now. Yep, you are hunting, but I still think you're not going to find me. I am correct. I had my guess around AI going. They're going to run mostly towards gunfire. That's mostly where things were heard. You're just patrolling. Turns into suspicious by seeing somebody nearby. Sure. You're going to run over there. I guess you're going to where the corpses were found. That makes sense, actually. You're on the way over. Waking people up as you are suspicious. Makes total sense. Okay, so... that positioning is really awkward, unfortunately. I could run out to here to get this. It's not the end of the world, just not the best it could possibly be. Can I get you to have line of sight on all 3 without spending more action points? I think the answer is no. Have to go all the way there. I can have Void go first. He doesn't have Savagery on anymore, but he's still... does he have... he has Recoup, though. So I can walk up here. I don't have Mark Strength anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. So his crit chance is going to be like garbage, right? Yeah, it's really bad. Well, it's the best I've got. 11%, 6 bullets. I've got about a coin flip to crit. Didn't get it. That's fine. I think we'll just shoot the AR. It's fine. Actually, if the pistol kills, it doesn't really change anything. No, I'll shoot the AR. It's more accurate, I believe. Yeah, it is. There's the crit. That's kind of funny, actually. Then I guess I'll take this shot just to finish the kill off. And then try to get away from this bridge. Landmine should be down for one more turn past this one. Yeah, end of next turn. So put you here. Of course, they're hearing plenty of gunfire, so we're still generating lots of tally. You're going to run up here. You're going to find me at the very end. I don't care. Ooh, Overwatch actually matters here. Thankfully, I can yield, and you have Interference Spike. You're no longer an Overwatch. This kill seems fine. Okay, not quite a kill. Lock down to one action point, getting closer to the objective. Possible kill. We get it. Nicely done. Magpie doesn't get to do much right now. We have to still wait for these guards to run toward me. But honestly, let's just make sure I'm somewhere relatively safe where I don't get jumped. Because these, like, what could happen, right, is you run up, come here, spot me, get aggro. You go next, you walk up, you turn aggro, and actually fight. So if I'm not able to actually kill this turn... And that's probably not going to be a kill. I mean, I don't really care about tally is the thing, so... I think I legit just run out here and shoot. And I don't care about the consequences. I think you're far enough away. I mean, you're right. You might run through here and turn aggro, so... that's going to be... Okay, you know what? No. I need to be really cautious here. Well, cautious-ish. I want to be somewhere like this. No, I'm going to be... I'm going to be... Where should I be? Where should I be? I still have to go across there. I think I'm just going to stand here and stop. I'm not going to turn this mine off in case the escalation is turning devices back on. That is one of the possible escalations here. Okay, lots have orders received. Lots of guards running toward me. 1 tally per turn is a pretty dead upgrade. I don't care too much about that one. And the map just ends up being kind of annoying and or difficult to progress through, and so I end up... I normally don't play it quite this loud, but it's a bit more convenient playing it this loud. There's just so much high-quality cover that it's hard to kill the whole room all at once. You almost spotted me there. That was scary. I don't think I need to do that yet. I think we can... Well, I'm worried about these two. Like, when you come around, I'm going to be in really... I'm going to be in danger. So I think I will try to kill this mine. I think it'll line up just well enough here. Spend down to 4 action points. Take this shot. I don't mind that you're alert. I don't care. The fact is, you can threaten me. And so I want you to die. Okay. I care about this grunt captain, but I can cut him off with stuns and whatnot. It shouldn't be too bad. You are the most useless. I can take a shot, I guess. Yeah, I can put him here and take 1 shot. He'll still be in the camera, so the camera probably sees me next turn as well, but, whatever. I think this is worth it. Nice. Good crit. Good job. Probably need to stun you because you're going later this turn. You're too far away to matter. So before I do anything, I'm going to stun because I know I need this. And then I'm pretty tempted to go pistol shot twice. And that should be half decent here. First shot hits, second shot, not a guaranteed glance. We get it anyway. That is steamroll. Wonderful. Can't delay. You can't delay with only 1 move point. It'll end your turn. Void can wait. This guy is stunned. That guy's going to walk up. Let him do it. You are patrolling up. You find a corpse. Nothing too scary. This guy goes relatively early next turn. That's a bit scary. Thankfully, Viking goes even earlier. Which means I think I'm allowed to just go for combat, and it'll be fine. I'm tempted to marker sites. I think I will. Well, no. I'm expecting reinforcements as the escalation relatively soon. Nice crit. The shred is very helpful, actually. Walk a little bit closer. It cost me 2 recoil, but whatever. Coin flip. Nice. Well, still some sound made. I'm expecting escalation as reinforcements. There it is. Not a big surprise. Of course, there's a lot of sound where all the gunfire was. They're easily going to collect to where we're standing right now. They're not going to get there for about 3 turns. You're still stunned for only this one. Okay, I got to be careful about this one. Tactical Surge. I'm tempted to run up here and fight from the high ground. The enemy of Sith everywhere. That seems fine. I think we can kind of hold up here for a bit. I don't care that you saw me. You're just going to be dying. Yep, as I said. Let's reload before doing anything else. I can delay. Mindset. Let's see. So boxes out here are all done. So let's start playing for the rest of the map. Which means, you know, let's start picking people off. Let's take this camera. Yeah, I think taking the camera is worth it. We can get the entire team into the room. Remember, this guy is going to have a turn relatively soon, so I'm going to go for as much damage now. Coin flip to hit. Definitely could have prioritized differently to not have so much recoil heading in. But we got lucky and got everything we wanted anyway, but that wasn't a guarantee. Alright, Void is out of ammo, but it doesn't matter right now. We're going to have you just pistol this guy. That seems decent enough. I think you're at an even number of AP right now, so I'm not doing the most efficient, but... Okay, there's Savagery Pop. You know what? That was maybe not great. That said, there's no one else who could have efficiently gotten that kill, so I think it had to be this way. Because Magpie needs to go hacking, and I already used everyone else's turn, basically, so... I'm trying to spend the minimum action points here. There we go, that should work fine. We're going to get 1 tally from the pressure sensor. I don't really care. We got our kills, of course. It's time to start the CPU. Alrighty, so relatively docile host. Oh, I did buy this. I forgot that I had actually bought this. Okay, that's what I get for doing the leverage last night and then playing it, you know, this mission like 12 hours later. Either way, there's that stuff loaded up. Here's all this. This looks pretty solid. Alright, let's scan and move forward. We have a CPU to spike, and if I can take down other stuff, I'm happy to. Timber Rattler is a little bit annoying. We'll still go for stuff in that order. There's for sure traps here. I'm going to go ahead and no-op this, because I don't know what the traps are, but they're going to be crappy, I'm pretty sure. And get that there. Incinerator is my favorite node. They only have 2 things in them. So very, very chill. CPU has been found. I think the timing here is totally fine to go hit stuff. Scan twice. I kind of want to hit an escalation. Well, now let's just do it now. Basically, I'm wasting 5 tally by spiking now. It's not the end of the world. The spike is in. CPU corruption has started. D-Cartel Matrix host will be coming apart in minutes. I could still steal a few more data files. What about our exits? Extraction objectives are patching through now. Don't stay too long. The D-Cartel will try to box you in. Yeah, but for now, we're fine. Alright, let's block the cybernetic damage, although we have plenty of shield. We could have skipped it. Load a program is skippable. We'll take these 3. Move forward. Need anti-active. I can fit Sleaze 1. This is why I keep level 1 programs, by the way, is when I'm IO capped. You can sometimes fit level 1 programs, keep going. What devices am I attached to? Enough cameras that I care about, but not enough that I want to spend more turns. So I'm just going to go here. And in fact, no, I'm not going to null up because this is... Oh, wow. Okay, I got the entire thing in 1 turn. I guess we're done. Only 2 sets of downloads. CPU is spiked. Yeah, great. You can start running next turn. The Viking can reload his pistol. Seems decent enough for me. This guy's going to run over, and then the reinforcements come over, and they're all going to be low threat. Depending on initiative rolls, they can, you know, eventually be real, but for now they're not. I skipped what the tally thing was. It doesn't matter to me. We didn't escalate. Oh, no, the escalation did exist. It's more mines. Okay, I just didn't bother to read. Someone's got to grab that. I'm going to have Magpie do this. I'm going to have you run here. I don't care what you're doing. Yeah, I think it's fine to go like that. Our exit is only 1. It's right there. So we're going to go around like this. I will probably hop this wall, take this mine down, and then come across the field. Since we're going to have to be here anyway, I can either run through here or I can run through there. And running through there, I think, is going to bypass more guards. Not worried about what you're doing. I think I'm going to be fine no matter what. Although that's actually maybe wrong. I think that guy can walk up and see me. So I think I made a mistake. I expect to be put into combat, and that's not a positive thing for me. Well, you're going to get here. You will happily get this loot box. CK and Soldier should be fine. Okay, we got a nice Sniper Scope mod. We got a nice, probably E-Rifle body mod. Sure. All right, here you go. You actually, oh, yep. Ooh, you barely didn't see me. Cool, we take those. That's pretty fortunate. All right, let's be smart. What do we have available? What will we have available? I think Steamroll's down till 7. Yeah, Steamroll's up next turn. Tactical Surge down for a while. Should probably get myself rewinded with everything else being up, or, sorry, everything else being down right now. I'm going to early Iron Grip to get this charge. Actually, no, I'm griefing. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I also want to Marker Sights. I'm going to Marker Sights... Who? Who's the best Marker Sights target? You. Okay. That's, and then Oopso is way over there. You don't matter. Okay. So I'm going to Rewind Void to get him back. And then the goal is get as much damage as possible, which looks like killing those two. Good damage. I'll take a shot at you, but the real killer is going to be Void here. You're done. Void is looking pretty good, spending just 2 AP. That seems like a decent enough shot. I don't mind that one. We'll go full auto. Well, yeah, full auto more guarantees it. It's really, really overkill, but we'll spend 1 AP reloading. And then we gotta get, I mean, we can, I guess, run this way. We can knock this mine down and join the team, or we can just run across. Running across is probably superior. You're useless. Good for you. Escalation. What are we getting? Oh no, it was just, there wasn't enough tally. I take it back. Okay, we have 2 mines we have to drop down. These 2 both matter. We can see this host is not attached to any mines, so that's not relevant at all. By the way, you can skip this mine entirely. You can just jump this wall, so don't worry about it too much. Make sure we path the right direction, though. So a couple of delays here. I want to make sure that if we can generate less tally, we should. I don't really want to blow up mines and whatnot. Let's go here. You can use Security Scramble on this camera. I think that's pretty acceptable. That's you done. Mindset's going to grab this box. Nice, we got another level 6 pistol. Not quite good enough for me to care, I think. I don't think it's beating the other pistols we have already, but that's fine. Another box for you. What are we getting? Another sniper scope. Sure. Do I care about running into this camera? I mean, I said I did a second ago, so I'll wait and see if Magpie can cover this. You're still useless. You're hunting, but you're not going to reach. I would be in range of the camera, but I need to move forward first. That's, like, more important, basically. So we got everything. The only plan now is extract. That shouldn't be too strenuous. Let's make sure we're going the right ways. Don't want to go through this landmine. Want to jump this wall. Could choose to be a little bit slow and not hit this camera. I think it's worth it. Well, it doesn't... yeah. I think it's worth it. Let's do something similar for mindset here. Let's put you... he can't vault over right now with where that guy is. That makes sense, actually. Let's put you here. That's fine. We will escalate. Unfortunately, that is reinforcements right in front of us, which kind of sucks. Oh, well. We're in a good spot at this point, though. And we can move forward and grab a second mission. Probably the end of the Ricksham Drips power play. And that should line up reasonably well. Alright, you still can't do anything. You can't either. I could rewind... Actually, I think I will rewind Mindset. So that he has... so he can knock some of this stuff down. So the prox mine is required. You're hunting and useless. I'm going to keep doing delays, and Magpie will knock this camera out. And this should let the team pretty comfortably run up this way. I'm going to not be afraid of these guys. There's no events over here. They're going to run towards this or towards this. So, you know, as long as we don't, like, stand out here, they're just not going to catch us. Yes, I could delay and make sure they go first, but, like, they don't have a reason to go down here. No one got seen by a camera or anything. To be safe, I'll have the actual shooters delay. But yeah, they're going to go towards the middle. Right, they're all going towards the middle. Which means we can totally bypass them. Mindset can go run. They're not going to be redirected. They have no reason to. So I'm just going to run out into the open. Because I can't see a reason why they would run toward me and spot me. There are no events on this side of the map, at least not yet. Run you across. Tactical Surge up next turn. That's good news. Want to drop their initiative by 2? I can. Might matter. It is unlikely to, but it's there. I'll put you here. If I want to go for combat, I can. I believe he's got Savagery and Recoup available, or close to it. Yep, everything's up. The entire kit is available. Mine turns back on. It's unfortunate. Someone's got to kill that. Thankfully, Mindset can. So the escalation was rebooting devices. Got to kill the mine. So the camera sees me now, so next turn it will escalate toward me. But we can see where they're headed with look ahead. And we should just let them go. Let them have their turn. Let them bypass. And you can go see what happened. See all the havoc we wreaked. You will probably find corpses. We will get some tally as a result. The ones that are farther towards the back of the base are going to be the new ones that no one else had seen yet. You're going to hunt. Hopefully you won't turn my way. You didn't. That's good. Alrighty. Let's do a couple of delays first because I have Tactical Surge and I want to see if I can get the entire team out. I probably can't quite do it, but... And I have no... Oh, you know what I keep forgetting? System malfunction there. Should have done it a long time ago. But at least we used it now. Let's just run the team towards safety, right? Be towards the back here. We know there's no more tally events going to happen this turn because there's no more guards to move. So we will not escalate. I guess it's possible that they all outroll us on initiative, but as long as we're somewhere safe, it's not going to matter. And we're totally fine at clearing this mission. Just make sure everyone is easily within 6 action points of running away. Yep, you're fine. No one's going to see or hear you. I'll even extract you just so you have, you know, one fewer person to have to manipulate later. Magpie's fine like this. No one's going to see or hear her. Alright, cool. Initiative rolls look pretty good. Looks like you rolled a little bit low. Is what it is. You're in. You're done. You're in. I'm going to bump her so we have to watch fewer guards move. And it's technically lower risk as well. And we're done. Not bad. The D-Cartel data block is spiked. The virus is obliterating its nodes and wiping its quantum storage. And I'm covering our escape with quantum countermeasures. Let's ride. The D-Cartel defenders had built up a multi-layered defense to try to keep the intruders away from the data block. Didn't do them any good. I'm impressed with your strike team. You cut through some deep physical and digital security tonight to spike that host. So, we're great. We had bought the hype booster, got a little bit more XP. Again, feed some through into the SimStream trainer. A lot of our team, though, is busy with what's it called? With, like, legwork and stuff. So, I should start expanding my barracks, to be honest. I want to start investing pretty heavily in getting more and more cyberware in. Keep in mind, we're getting pretty close to... So, Splice Mock isn't quite ready, but I think she's at, like, 60 or 70. Okay, she's at 80 actually, so you know, might get capped out Streetwear soon. Let's sort by influence and see how close in line she is. Bubble Mac is there. Yeah, Splice Mock's right behind. Scott Marlowe's pretty useless, but we can do it. I could bump Splice Mock right now and be like, hey, please go and, you know, be first in line. But what I really think is more important is, other than her, I have no favors as the problem. So if the limit break doesn't look good, I don't have a way of forcing Street Wetware. Puppet Master is still 2 days away, so I don't want to force her onto a limit break yet. The other one that I care about, and I actually want Puppet Master for that one as well, is... where are you? You got funny hair. Yeah, it's you. I also want to Puppet Master you to cap out Cybernetics and get closer to capping out imported Cybernetics. Unfortunately, Puppet Master is on a 22-day cooldown, so... Really, I want to generate favors for Splice Mock, but that requires getting Counter Intel level 4, which requires 1.5 million. Requires some scrubbing, requires 5 cooling, which requires bumping the cold storage by more than just 1 level, because this is only going to put me at Cryo 4. So I'm many millions away from getting to do that. So unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case. I can try to get lucky. I could, for example, go into the face tree and go for pulling strings. I was going towards Insider Hustle, and realistically, I think this is still correct. I think these kind of go hand in hand, realistically. But I also think capping out Dealmaker is correct. I think... this level of investment in field coordination is actually pretty good as well. And anyway, yeah, I think this is just a really good setup overall. And as long as I can keep feeding XP, we can keep going. I would love to, you know, boost my contacts a bit sooner, but that's not really possible. So I don't know if you have opinions on what would be more economical than the current path I'm going down. Feel free to let me know, but I like my free XP from field coordination. It makes me powerful, and it feeds a little bit into the getting more XP, and then Insider Hustle has to get reached somehow. Technically, this costs 1 more point, but it lets me bait in headhunters, which I think is at sometimes valuable, and then eventually would come down here and pull strings once in a while. Anyway, that's kind of set up here. Let's go spend points, though. Cyber Knight is able to put crit vulnerability in. I do have the talent limit now for Downer. So here's a kind of choice space here, right? I can choose to move toward Sync and or Downer. Worth noting, level 20 is 2 points here, so unless I really want like Sync cooldown or Sync range or something, which, you know, maybe, there's no reason to like have to grab this. I can just at level 20 go 1-2 and have Sync right away. Personally, I would rather have things like Downer. I find the value is actually quite high on the big like team-wide initiative debuff, and so it's like, okay, would I rather have this Downer stuff, or would I rather have you know, slightly better Sync? Or Rewind. I don't super need the extra. I mean, realistically, I could even cut the cooldown here. I think realistically, Rewind on a 6-turn cooldown versus a 5-turn cooldown is not that big of a deal. I think going down to 4, yeah, it can matter, but you just don't need to spam it that bad. I don't know. Like, to be fair, 4-turn cooldown Rewind is actually meaningful. That's like, it's a breakpoint such that you're really getting some spam out there. And if you're playing like a really high value, bunch of high value characters, and you're playing, you know, really, really difficult combat. That said, you know, our current power level doesn't really need more Rewind, so this is probably a point I didn't need. Atomic Stutter, there's definitely a bit of convenience in getting duration, a bit of convenience in getting crit, and a lot of convenience in getting the cooldown down to 2. But it is quite expensive, and so part of me is like, you know, kinda just want to grab Downer. I kind of want to unspend this point here. I think the plus charge is really worth it for me. And then at level 20, I can spend 2 here. With the respec point, I could get this. And I think that just kind of works to me. I just like Downer more than Sync. Sync does matter sometimes. I for sure see situations where like, oh, I have to go for pre-compute or something else here, and it's, you know, kind of awkward. If I could path through Steamroll into Downer, and this was a link right here, I would be willing to unlearn pre-compute and interference spike and just rely on tactical surge and like Steamroll and Downer, and then like with these 2 unlearned as well, I could actually go for Sync and be like, my CK will be powerful enough. We're going to figure it out. Let's go. But because I have to path through here anyway, because I'm not going to go through Unflinching Stare, and because if I go around Interference Spike, I have to learn both of these anyway, and so I don't, like, it's not any, like, this is the same number of level points, training points, no matter what, so I might as well have it. It's an extra tool to use. And it's not like I want 1 will and 0.1 AP. I can't get the AP anyway. I think ultimately, I'm going to go ahead and take Downer and just go for the upgrades. You finally can get +2 on Spoof, so extra token. Pretty nice there. Let's see, we got a little bit more we can spend. The Hacker already has +1 there. That's done, that's done. Don't need duration yet, I still feel. You can go learn Scapegoat. Secondary Hacker. You can now learn Spoof, congratulations. Moving up in the world. Okay, so that's that part done. The goal is to complete legworks, be in a good spot with these. And the goal is going to be, yeah, let's try to finish the power play. So 96%, good enough for me. Didn't have to shoot any pirates, but the river was busy with all sorts of riffraff. I'm glad your runners came down to the docks because that package was large and giving out some weird hum. Hope you know what you're doing. Everything's in good hands now. Thank you, Reaper. 2 favors and some influence. Team is detoxing. We've got a little bit of time until this is due, so let's go and see who we can detox. Let's see if we can get you to finish your trip. That'd be ideal if we can do that. You're done detoxing. Great. Does everyone have a display link? You don't, but I don't care. You don't, but that's not correct for you anyway. Actually, I think I want to give you... So, there is not a Chip Skills 3 or Chip Reflexes 3 yet. They're technically in the game. It's just it's said, you know, the like table or the cell is no instead of yes, so it's just disabled right now. But eventually they will move things up. But yeah, for now I'm thinking let's take initiative, move speed, mitigated move speed penalty, fractional AP. It's really expensive. It's really fast, but it's really expensive. Am I willing to spend this money? Screw it, let's go. Here you go. Go get your chip reflexes. It is possible to get a fractional AP. So as we might have seen earlier, I have several armors that can give 0.3 action points each. This is 0.3, of course, itself. And then I think only the Cyber Knight has fractional AP in the skill tree. I believe there are some traits that give fractional AP. And so anyone who has like a 0.2 or 0.1 AP trait, I'm pretty sure I can give them 7 permanent action points. But anyway, there's another... the higher level of Street Wetware has a has more moves ignoring in this slot, and then there's a high level. I think it's Skeleton that gives a bunch of kinetic damage, which slows people down as well. So I'm gonna try to like have that be the combined build. Let's just take the stress people. Let's have you detox. Let's have you're on legwork. You're in surgery. We'll have you detox. That seems fine. Let's keep going. I've got a tip on a Warner Braun operational site for a scav raid. Molehill Pilfer. Sounds good. Influence Break is finally done. You can go take your power play. I don't really care. Have fun. Puppet Master is ready. That's good news. I am... I think I will... Yeah, Puppet Master is up. I want Splice Mock to upgrade. And I guess it's like, if she gets lucky... If she gets lucky, she'll get Street Wetware. If she doesn't get lucky, I will use Puppet Master on her. And then the other side, we've got Homeboy over here, who I have a couple of favors with. I can build influence when I feel like it, and that should be decent enough. Okay, yeah, that's going to be kind of the plan. Let's keep letting time tick forward. Counter intel, let's blow off some heat. There we go. All right, let's move on. Cyber surgery, everything is arranged. All the deals are done. Draco was right to be concerned. There was an attempt on the Envoy's life. They were military trained and knew exactly when and where we would be meeting. They had the place surrounded. Another suspicious tip-off. They set off an explosion, then stormed the warehouse from the back, but their firing line was waiting out the front. Luckily, I was in the job. I'd secured alternate exits. Dakota and I descended into the basement and made our escape, but we could hear the slaughter. Well done. You protected the priority asset. Sounds like the Ricksham lost a client in the ambush. That doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. This Dakota is one troublesome package. I will be glad when she is out of our care. And that time has come. Once we activate the Coyote, we'll have a very short window to complete the bodyguard job to deliver Dakota to the extraction point. Yep, so it is going to be a convo here. That's going to be in at least 4 days. Let's finish the sniper rifle crafting with 600k. Let me go ahead and sell some random crap I don't need anymore. So I have some spare weapons. I have this crafted sniper, which we'll investigate in a little bit. I've got this objective special, which we compare to the baseline pistol. 10 accuracy, 25 damage, some max range, which you can cover with enough mods. And then you don't care about the noise because you can silence it. You don't care about the recoil. But I'm still pretty sure it's worse than the executive here. Like if I remove all the mods and I say I could run this executive or I could run the detective special. Again, 10 accuracy, 5 damage, but minus 30 pure. No thank you. And then the rest of this is still worth it. So yeah, I would still go here and attach all these mods and not bother, which means basically I have no use for that pistol, I think really at all. The other consideration, I guess real quick, as we look at you, let me remove the mods and do a comparison. Detective Special versus the Sure Sign. The Sure Sign is simply more damage and more range, so it's clearly strictly optimal. And that means, as I once again put the mods back on, but you know, I took them off so I could properly compare. This means though that we're going to sell this because I don't need it. Just yeah, at the end of the day, right? I don't need it. We can gain favors, but everyone here already owes us favors. The nice thing is it shows them right on the dialogue here. So all I want is the most money possible, and Bimmer pays the most. Baby AR, I don't need 5 of them, that's for sure. In fact, I don't need 4. I don't need any more pistols than I've got. I've already got the max number equipped. I don't think I needed a second blade ever. I'm going to get rid of this as well. And I can't imagine running a baby shotgun when I have the Heavy Koso 15. So I'm going to sell this on top of that. And honestly, I can't imagine using level 1 SMG. Even the pistols. Actually, I need secondary, so we're going to leave it like that for now. I have a lot of spare mods. I'm not sure how many I need. We've got some E-rifle and railgun batteries, so plus 2 AP, be careful. Railgun's base reload is 5 action points, so that becomes 7. You will need Tactical Surge to reload. That said, Railgun's like base clip size is like 7. So when you go +4, you just like no longer need ammo anymore. Also, if you class in a sniper and take rapid ready, you just reload with 0 AP, and that's kind of nice. To go here, of course, and add some damage and shred to these, that would be a possibility. Quite a few sniper scopes that I, of course, can't actually use because I baked on all the mods, so these are very sellable. I've got an AR silencer I could possibly use. I can add 1 bullet to an E-rifle full auto, which is kind of nice. I even get more shots. I get more damage per bullet. This is incredible, by the way. This is like... If I could get a body mod on an AR that did this, I would take it immediately. 20 damage per shot is amazing. +1 target, essentially, is amazing. Yeah, okay, there's a, plus damage ion bat here, a shotgun barrel that I might use. I'm not going to sell any of these just yet. Here's some of our extra armors, though. So we've got this nice end sheath. I've got a second one now, so I can give even more accuracy and whatnot. I mean, this is really, really good. It comes with move speed and initiative. It's still got the same armor, like values my level 1 armor, but it comes with a bunch of accuracy. That's beautiful. That means I can sell 1 more of these out, actually. As far as the steel core and whatnot are concerned, I don't want to use heavy armor, so this tough suit is just a lot of money, which sounds good to me. This steel core, similar boat here. Yes, I have enough, move speed mitigation. Okay, you know what? I will save this. Maybe I should take the other one. It's too late now. I will consider saving this for Zasha, since she's going to have a bunch of move speed mitigation. She can maybe wear this, and I don't care about initiative that badly. But we have money, and that means I can craft some more. So what am I looking to craft? Maybe nothing, actually. Let's sort by powerful and see if anything's actually worthwhile. I'm not going to craft this. I've already got I've already got one of these shotguns, actually. Going for the Dragon War is a slight improvement over what I've got, but none of these really feel worth it. Like, if I got like a level 6 blade, I would go for it, but now I'm just sitting here with money. I'm going to use my money towards my base then, which means I still can't prep the counter intel. I should get the nano scrapper ready, though. Let's start investing in that. Let's get the command HQ bumped. Okay, it's ready to go. It could be upgraded whenever. Barracks is ready. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. That seems decent enough. Okay. So you detox, we run the mission. We're going to get you back as well, actually. We're going to bring the entire team back. Let's get them all detoxed. Cold storage. Yeah, okay. Next upgrade gives me cooling, but I need a lot of everything, so let's start investing in all the utilities. Detox goes through. All right. Let's do the power play. Everything is lined up. Let's drop off this envoy and make this power play happen. I know Draco's been eagerly awaiting word from us. We're at the final step. Just hand the envoy back to the Coyote, who will get her back to the train junction and into the hands of the Syndicate. As I promised, the compensation will be more than worth your time, and you'll be the beneficiary of the new connection you're helping forge. We will protect Dakota to the drop-off, and the Coyote will take it from there. That's where the partner I need for this risky power play. Bodyguard job ready to be planned, the Retrograde Reset. Due in 1 day, so again, glad I waited on the detoxing being done. We can go for optional loot if we want. The nice thing is, if we complete it with low security level, he's going to have influence, which means he's going to be in line for immediately bumping his new stuff with the power play. That seems pretty worthwhile. I don't want to drag headhunters in if I can help it. That seems like a bad idea to me. We've been ambushed enough as it is. So the best team to run here is going to be Reaper and Void. And do I want to hack for free loot? Because I'm trying to go for low security. No, I don't. Which means I should take some kind of combat power. Now I can take my Vanguard to shut devices down. I think running my Cyber Sword is pretty reasonable. The goal here being quiet damage. I have a move speed buff. I don't think I need corpse removal. Yeah, it seems decent here. Okay. So let's make sure you're wearing the best stuff you can. This is second AR pistol setup, I'm pretty sure. There you go. You're on setup 2. Looks pretty good. These are my 2 best gunners, and I think it's correct for them to be it this way. You are going to... Oops. Let's just swap your loadout from here. You are on AR pistol 3. And then I'm going to put you into AR pistol 4. But I'm actually going to switch stuff around and give you your blade. Looks decent enough. Actually, is there a better one? 2 accuracy and 25 pure. Now it's better than 40 kinetic, so no. And the grip, nothing better. I'm going to give you this guy, though. Or do I want this one? Let's see. How much negative move speed do I have? I have negative 15, and I ignore exactly 18. Okay, so I can't... I can go here, and I block most of it, and that's fine. That's going to be you. I'm going to resave this as AR Sword, because I'm sure There have been updates over time. Looks like not really. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's train your point real quick. And so I think you leveled up and got stuff. Alright, I was going into Jam Kit because I was done with Sniper. Yeah, Jam Kit cooldown seems worth. Sure. Okay. I think this is the team. Let's go spend some other leverage, if at all possible. So, field ops. We don't have anything special here. I am... How close am I? I'm 2 days from field coordination, so I can't do this. Unless I used the delay. But I don't care enough to use field coordination. It's not important enough to me. So, let's go active leverage for 2 move points. Let's go passive leverage for AP and a move point. That seems pretty good. Again, I'm not hacking here. I should put people in the trainer, though. Let's sort by highest gear, which means we can skip past you two. Yeah, we can just put everyone here. That seems fine. You can go gain XP, and... Sure, you can gain XP as well. That seems fine. Then the next crew can start detoxing, so... oh, you're actually at 0 stress. Just kidding. Okay, you're going to detox. You're at 0 as well. Okay, let's give them some cyberware then, since they're busy, you know, having no stress right now. So you've already got neural toner. That's nice. You've got display link as well. Okay, let's give you chipped skills then, so you can get some XP. Why not? That seems fun. Here you go. And then similar here for the Vanguard surgery. I'm gonna wait till I can upgrade this more. I'm thinking chip reflexes seems kind of fun, actually. I mean, move speed is good, initiative's good. It's kind of expensive, but seems kind of nice. Other option, yeah, it's not going to be these. It's not going to be these, I don't think. Although I will actually, you know what, you are going to be a kinetic damage dealer. So no, I am actually going to, because she's going to be on swords half the time. Let's actually start investing in this kind of stuff, and you're going to be in a similar setup here where you're going to have cyberware for arm damage, and I will eventually multiclass you into Cyber Sword at some point. Not sure when, but she's my second melee character. Alright, so it is time to run this Retrograde Reset. Mission planning, mercs to deploy. Here's the squad. Looks like everything is silenced as I expect. This all seems fine. Oh wait, no, these aren't silenced yet. This one isn't. I forgot. Okay. Let's make sure we resave this as AR Pistol 3. There we go. Yep, I'm looking for 3 mods at each of these. Okay, yep. That's just as it is. 3 mods here, 3 mods here. Okay, there we go. This one wasn't silenced. That was a problem. All right, we're good. Let's go. This will be our last ride together, Viking. I appreciate what you and your team have done for me. Just get me to the extraction point, and I know the coyote will be waiting in the shadows. We've come a long way since that first night at the river. Glad to see we've earned your trust. Alright, we got the 5 of us. I want to go low security if possible. And the goal is going to be go relatively fast as a result. I'm going to put JTAC somewhere like here, which should give me a pretty good number of firing lines at shooting bad guys. I'm going to pop silence as well for the move speed, because I'm sure I'm going to need it. Let's do as short of yields as possible. I'm going to tactical surge here. Let's see, do I need to worry about you at all? You're standing around, but I want this box. I can go around to here and then jump in. So I can grab this loot if needed. Sure. Again, we're not doing any optional hacking because we don't have people for it. This one's probably a bit too far. I'm not going to bother with this one. And in fact, if I wanted to run a straight line... Yeah, if I run a straight line, we're close to this, we're close to this, we're close to this. Like, these are all pretty easy. This one's kind of out of the way, but I'm tempted to still go for it. Still, though, I need to wait and have aim throw in with coordinated charge here. And I'm going to have you, I think... Oof. Yeah, if you're running here anyway... If you're running here anyway, which you are, I'm going to have her actually solo this side of the map. I think that'll be functional. So I'm going to start by going here just to get info. I want to know who's around. Okay, you would see me. Okay, so someone's got to get this kill. It might just be... Let's see. If I go here... I don't care. No, I don't care if you see me. I don't care if you hear me. I'm just going to go here and then slash slide you. And we'll just be able to atomic center this. I'm not worried. So I'm here. You know I'm here. It's fine. Unsurprisingly, we don't kill. Second strike would be decent. Yep. That is Choppa. That is 1 AP forward. I'm just out of your vision range. It's kind of funny to me. We get some cool stuff here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to actually, like, you know, do anything with the, oof, that's awkward. I'm marker sights you for ease of hitting, but I'm going to wait. All right, let's see. In the interest of low security level, can I make this collab without you hearing it? Not easily. This is loud. This gun is not quiet. Yeah, I mean, 39 meters of noise radius is a lot. Okay, can I pistol through this? Would that be acceptable? I mean, yeah, the problem is, like, there's just not... And I guess these guys aren't too tanky, though, so I can just go for pistols. Which I guess is kind of the play, actually. Which means... Actually, we can have Dakota grab that? No, Dakota's got to run a straight line. She's slow. Reaper is going to grab this one, then come back. Okay, Reaper's going to go for a strike zone on these guys. I've got more initiative to play with, so it's fine. You're going to strike zone these three. I've already hit silence. I'm going to run here to get into range for a good strike zone. In fact, I'm going to rewind if I can. Who can actually get them at all? Yes, like, I think here works. Yep, that works. Okay, right there. Good. I'm going to wait and cast rewind, like, ASAP. This allows me to have even more move speed for the rest of the play. So I'm going to have you delay again. I'm going to rewind and target Reaper. It's even more move speed on Reaper now. And I think... Okay, yeah. So I think the plan is Void takes this fight with the AR. I'll have Reaper take her turn. Yep, that looks fine. Okay, very useless box. I regret doing it. Oh well. I'm gonna have you go late. We're gonna have Void lead. Okay, so here's the plan. Void's going to lead. He's going to get into range of both these guys. 4 here, the gunfire, which is fine. You're the other spares. You're some combination of stunnable and killable. I'm not worried about it. You're the hard one to deal with. I need to marker sights you, because you just buffed yourself back up. We have so many attack buffs here that even then I still have 100% hit chance. Strong gun, good kill. That's recoup and savagery. You heard me. Expected. I have no way of really dodging the fact that you're going to, you know, bump evasion again. So it kind of just is what it is. You're just going to run out like this. She's going to get angsty. She's going to... Oh, I got around the vision cone just in time. That's hilarious. All right, well, we get a couple shots here. First shot crit, huge. We're going to skip these guys and not grab this box. Okay, there's no one else on their team who has turns anymore. Viking, or no, Reaper has all the move speeds. We're going to have you go. We still have 3 tally from you. That's fine, though. We got another big shotgun and a blueprint for the best, well, tied for the best SMG in the game. Huge. Ooh, okay, this is a new pistol silencer I haven't seen before. We get another really high quality armor. Just, yeah, I mean, there's so many safe locked bits of gear in the game now. It's just like, suddenly you don't need a nanofab anymore because there's just really, really good stuff out there. Which, not a complaint, just a statement of fact. Oh, it's funny, you can path on this. There used to be a blockage here, right? Like, they changed this, like, recently to not have this be path blocked. Which I'm fine with. It's much more enjoyable to path through the map like this when this is open. You'll see me briefly. I don't really care. Actually, no, I want to run towards that. So I'm going to, once again, delay. Dakota wants to get here as fast as she can, which means she's got to go in that direction. Tough thing is these guards are in the way, which makes her not able to go that far. I shouldn't have used go, 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 as it turns out. What's my initiative going to look like? I'm going to try not to escalate, of course. You're at 13. You're at 14. Next turn, I'll use the move point leverage. Okay, let's see what Viking can actually do. Yeah, your armored is like a real problem. So that should be fine. That gives me a stun and then some pistol shots, which I think is actually very reasonable. I'm stunning to shred armor, or reduce armor. That's the reason why I'm doing it, even if I am going to get the kill. But I have 5 AP left, so that's 3 pistol shots. Chance of killing is relatively low, because I don't think I have that much crit. 48% actually. I crit none of them in that many attacks. That's kind of wild. I would have crit for 2.5x if I ever did. It is what it is. Again, I'm not going for anything too spicy. I do want to kill this guy. The chance of one-shotting him with a crit is very, very low. I don't want to generate tally. So I think I'm going to stand here. I have no reason to marker sights now. It's already cooling down. You're fine like that. You can run towards this box, no problem. You will get seen by a camera at some point, but that'll be okay. Dakota could run for this. It runs through a camera, which is not ideal. But it gets her, it puts her pretty far away. If she's over here, she can exit like relatively early. Dang, it's really big waste of action points. That's kind of too bad. I really regret burning what I did. But if you're going kind of late, and my entire team has good initiative rolls, I mean, I could risk standing here, but that is a large risk. Hold on. Am I allowed to crouch and stay hidden? Because I'm seeing, like, yellow. And so I'm curious if actually a crouch move works here. No. Okay. Let's not risk it then. Let's just end here. Sucks that I wasted some action points, but oh well. Next turn, I win on initiative. There's no tally whatsoever. Alright. Let's start things out strong. I want to, again, fight instead of JTAC, so let's put it somewhere like this. That seems fine. I want to make sure that this fight looks good. Ooh. Okay, so one annoying thing is this gun is only so effective and only so quiet. Let's do the move point buff. Let's hit silence for move speed. I want to knock down some of these cameras, to be honest. I'm a little worried about what you're going to do as well. If I go here, that gives me a safe jam kit on that camera and 1 pistol shot, which seems fine. It's funny that I like used JTAC and then immediately put myself in a spot where JTAC wasn't going to do anything. I'm not doing the best planning, to be honest. I'm going to... Oh, I can't anticipate anymore. Anticipate you. Okay, good to know. With 1 AP, I think this shot is acceptable. Is it a strike zone angle? It might be, actually. It's not those guys. It might be here. There's a chance these guys actually threaten me. In fact, let me anticipate what you're going to do. Crossing the middle. We can get past that, though. This shot was pretty bad. It's whatever. Seems okay. And no more leverage here. Yep. Okay. Viking. Let's see. You're going to walk that way and then come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can get aim safe, I'm pretty sure. Nice crit. There we go. That is steamroll on the team. I could have waited. She would have had the buff, but I guess she'll have a good buff still. Kind of... Oh, you're going to hear the footsteps. Right. This gun is loud. If I kill you, people are going to see the corpse. Oh, it's crappy in a lot of ways. Turns out white noise has some value. Alright. Still need to kill you. Okay, so I still need to kill you. This guy's in a really awkward spot, and you can still see him if you die. So there's like a big, like tally trap here. So how do I get around this? You can be bypassed. I'm not worried about you. We're going to trigger the camera once, and it's not the end of the world. I have no more stuns. I really don't want to go like big AR combat here. Like I could, but I really don't want to. If I go right here, I have line of sight on both. But then I'm really, really, really betting on having enough damage, and I'm really not sure I do. These goals won't be that bad, but is this actually possibly the right play? Void has Savagery on, right? Yeah, he's currently active with Savagery. I think we can go for it. I think actually we can kill everybody, and it's fine. You're going to hear gunfire. Okay. I think I can kill these 4. But I think you're going to be really tough to deal with. And if you are angry and you throw a grenade, I'm actually in a really bad spot. Okay, so can I find a way to bypass this? I would have to sneak probably only about 1 or 2 action points and then get around here. Get the entire team on the other side of the wall. I mean, that is just barely doable. I'm actually pretty sure that's still the play. Is try to sneak past this dude. Oh, ew, I'm just like totally out of action points. I can't do anything good. And if I run, he doesn't hear me. That's kind of good news. I don't love what's going on here, but it's kind of all I have. You're still walking a straight line, so whatever. Let's just get out of the hallway. Aim will trigger 1 camera. In fact, I think I can get to here and then fight her next turn. Should I delay? No, I can do this. I think it's fine. So I'm going to go here. Grab my loot. Sure. That's actually a pretty solid AR blueprint, by the way. I trigger a camera once. So there will be an escalation, like a tally event that'll send someone this way, but based on the predictions here, I should be safe. If I want to be really safe, I can go ahead and use Aegis. Let's be risk averse and use Aegis just in case I'm not predicting this properly. Okay. Void gets this kill, no problem. Let's walk you far enough forward that you're clearly in range and you're clearly in JTAC. There we go. I want to clearly be in JTAC. Yep, I have that on. Good. I'm going to Iron Grip myself just to make this shot a little bit easier. But really, you're always dead. First shot crits. Down you go. And because I don't want you to generate tally, and I don't want you... I mean, there is a chance you don't see him because of these trash bags, but I'm not sure I'm willing to risk that. If I am willing to risk it, it's like completely free. But I don't know what you're doing either, so... I'm still just going to run over here. And based on your movements, this is outside your vision cone, right? That you don't see this wide, so I'm going to stop right here. Have to do similar for Dakota. Let's run her to around here. Let's crouch to around there. That allows me to run. I don't make it this turn. It's not the end of the world. In fact, I can wait here. It's fine. Again, they shouldn't be walking by me. I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. Oh, shoot. I didn't think about what you're doing. Okay, you're still walking that way. It's fine. That is one thing I did not do properly. Yep, you stopped your turn there. Great. You rolled a 15. Okay. Aim should be fine then by just ending her turn. Her min roll... I mean, odds are very high she goes first. If she doesn't, she still has 2 Aegis charges, which is going to block damage twice, so I still really can't lose. So I'm just going to end my turn. And of course I have to duck again to get farther away, but that's fine. We can let them stay alive. We don't have to let them stay alive. Actually, no, I need to wait for this guy still. You now don't see the corpse anymore, which is actually useful. And as you walk around, we could choose to kill them with pistols again. Don't think I need to, though. I think they are out of the way, and that's good for me. So, yeah. Do I want... Well, you can hear it, and then... Yeah, do I want to get this kill? You're walking forward. I don't know what you're doing anymore. You're erratic, which scares me. If I walk out here... Let's see, this is the JTAC circle. I think I want to walk out here and shoot this guy. I have all the buffs on. Damage is going to look really good. And no one else can hear it. This seems really worthwhile. There's the crit. Okay, do I want to go for this guy now as well then? Because I'm right here. Problem is Dakota's going to be of low value. Like, Dakota, yes, your weapon is silenced, so it's only, you know, a noise of 15, which means this guy doesn't hear it. But Void can't get in the range. Like, he has to crit to kill in one shot, and that's not worth it to me. So I'm just going to reload the AR. You're fine as you are. Dakota's going to run towards this. She'll get onto the terminal next turn. That'll be fine. Okay. Pretty solid first 2 turns. We managed to bypass almost everything. I'm not sure my one... Oh, my one tally came from this camera. Right, so someone's going to be sent towards this camera. Might be you, might be you, might be you. We'll find out. Not all my team rolled well on initiative. That is one thing to be concerned about. They were sent to the camera. That's fine. You were already there. And... Oh, okay. Brave Star? No. Someone keeps tipping them off. That kill squad is coming for me. Stay calm, head down, keep moving, and shut up. Hunters have come for Dakota. They have a lock on her position. They will close rapidly on their target. And of course, they're alert. So, they are in combat. And they're pretty high quality. It's a bunch of wildfires. And a swordsman. Reasonable enough. Theoretically, I know you're going that way, so I shouldn't be too worried. But part of me is actually worried. So, I kind of want to... Well, My extract, by the way, is back that way. So we are going to get this box after all. Didn't realize. I probably could have checked that earlier and just forgot to. So I don't want to run too far forward. But I also do want to get this kill then. Because we have to go back this way anyway. I still want as little security tally as possible. This is looking pretty solid. Viking can clean up if he has to. No crit kind of sucks. Accuracy overall is looking pretty good. I can go for the reload. I'm basically generating no recoil anyway. No kill, but again, Viking can still go. Gotta be concerned about what you're doing, which is almost certainly turning at some point in this turn. That should count as cover. I'm going to go ahead and rely on that being an accurate statement. I'm going to run up to these... I'm going to call them sandbags. No, they're trash bags. I'm tempted to use my CK to lower his initiative to help the rest of the team go for that. That's a spot that's in JTAC. That's fine. Alright, Viking gets his kill, no problem. Yep, down you go. I want to boost Void up to let him go for this kill. Or just delay Katu by enough. Oh, I'm not in range of that just yet. I'm also a little bit funky on... No, you know what? This is going to be fine. If I go here... I don't have stun, but I can full auto, and then I can... Ooh, actually, are you guys going to get in range of me? No, you're not. I'm going to be fine like this. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm in JTAC. I'm going to go full auto you. That is... I'm likely to crit 2 of them. Yep, down you go. Good. I can now easily run into safety. I'm definitely fine here. Okay, does AIM want to go for this kill right now? I have move points to spend, so it's actually not that bad. I want to walk into melee range here. This is a pretty easy hit. She does have some good armor, but I can use preempt to be okay. The other problem is I'm on the wrong side of the map. Strike 1 was okay. Strike 2. There's the shred. Now you're definitely gone. Well, I guess not definitely, but very likely gone. There we go. That's action points printed, and I'm going to run towards this loot box. Not too bad. Turn 5 is Tactical Surge. Got a ways to go. We are going to escalate on really, really far from where Reaper is. So Reaper's not going to give her any action points. I'm going to do a short yield and see if Dakota can easily do both. Yeah, she can do both. Okay, she's going to grab this. I trigger the camera once, it's fine. As long as I generate... Yeah, it's fine. Okay, there's you. Go to the console. That should be her leaving. And we're out. You clearly have a busy night ahead of you still. I will leave you here, Viking. Safe travels, Dakota. Well, there's our exit. We're pretty close. Dakota knows it's time to get out of there. Yep. Great. Of course, we're still in combat from these guys. They are going to count as full aggro, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to leave Void here, let them come up, and if there's a fight, there's a fight. You're advancing. You're advancing. And you've got him in my sights. Okay. Initiative rolls aren't too good. That's actually good news for me. I like to shoot them all while inside of the JTAC buff. Looks like that's pretty playable here. Let's turn off snapping and right. Well, I'd like to spend fewer action points if possible. Okay, let's hope that works. Let's Iron Grip. Let's try to marker fights all 3. Sadly, cannot. That one in the back is... No, you, because you're partially in cover, is the hardest one to kill, IMO. Let her rip. Crit, crit, crit. I think one is alive. Not in range for anything else, but that's fine. I guess you're going to be closest to grabbing this box and getting out, so you can do that. We are getting some tally because you are in combat here, so we'll escalate. That is initiative. That is reinforcements right here. I'm going to need aim to sprint as fast as she can. Under sec level 4 is looking pretty likely, which is good news. Only 2 of them, by the way, got woken up and aren't just doing standard stuff. That shot's pretty much guaranteed. Take him down. Good job. Actually, you know what? It would have been correct to have Viking get that kill because... No, Steamrolled, he didn't get a kill first turn. Or I miscounted the cooldown. Whatever. Either way, doesn't have it. Yeah, so you... Actually, So I want to get Viking move, or I want to get aim moving. So ideally... Okay, here's the play, I think. Yeah, so Reaper is fine where she is. Everyone who would be angry is already dead. You're suspicious only. We're not escalating this turn. Okay, I'm just gonna have Void grab this. It's fine. It's not. There we go. Let's go there. That might. Yeah, that should snap in. Great. Yeah. Regular files, no big deal. You can go end your turn inside that square. That's fine. Don't need to reload this, and let's delay. I'm gonna have you wait. I'm gonna have aim run across the map as fast as you can, and then I'm going to rewind her. Okay, I'm gonna dodge at least some cameras if I can, because fewer escalations is better. Running past that camera, I mean, I can probably run past all the cameras, and it's like not even that bad. It's like not gonna be that different. So let's go there. This camera might turn and see me afterwards. It's not the end of the world if it does. I think you're pretty safe there. They could run down, but it's probably gonna be fine. Let's have Void end his turn. Let's have Reaper... I mean, I don't think I need to smoke. I will wait, though, and see if they run towards me. You're going that way. That's good. I will rewind you. I will pre-computed advantage you. Wow, your initial roll really sucked, by the way. I have nothing else to really do here. I'll throw look ahead down, so if their turn comes up, they get a lower initiative roll. I can reload the AR. I can stand here in some cover. I can easily make it out next turn. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, please don't sprint toward the left. Good. And you did. Are you going to see me? Yes. But I did as much as I could to get the initiative where I wanted it. So we are going to get sec level 2, but that's fine. Everyone else can get out. Looks like we are fine. We can extract the entire squad. We already know what's available to us. Escalation, I don't care. We're going to bypass these guards. Reinforcement guards can only ever roll 1d6 plus 6, so they're never actually that big of a threat. It is possible to roll lower initiative than them, but it's pretty unlikely. And then you don't need a coordinated charge, you're already out. But that was part of why I rewinded, was to get coordinated charge back up. Just didn't need it. Dakota is away, heading under the foundations of the dome. Let's Ghost, we're out of here. As promised, the Coyote was waiting. We've spent almost a month with Dakota under our care. We can rest easy, she's back with her syndicate. We made it happen. Now what about your connection to the Ricksham's new drip? You know I'm good for it, Viking. I wouldn't pull all these strings for this risky power play and stop now. He's pulled off the power play to add a new service. It's a big upgrade for him and you and expands his underworld influence. Still, any power play is a huge risk. It's unavoidable he's taken on some exposure. But now he has access to some combat and hacking drugs. The drip is coming in strong. And he's got a partnership with the Ricksham, of course. Aim and Void level up. Looking pretty good here. We got another shotgun. We've got a silencer that I'll have to double check what it's actually for. But yeah, we are just like swimming in pre-made armor at this point. Which further increases my desire to put on anti-move speed penalty stuff. But I'm still looking for armors with intrinsics on them. So no more missions here. We are missioned out at this point. But we can check to see that if we sort by influence... you're at 100, you're at 80, these guys are top of the line right now. You're an enemy, whatever, you know, who cares what you're going to do. But yeah, he's going to pop first. I'm pretty tempted to go use a Puppet Master because I want to bump both these, Fade Light Blades and Ricksham Drip. We can go and check what he actually sells, by the way. Keep in mind that he also already sells combat drugs, but if we say, hey, what does Bimmer sell? He's got access to... So Midnight Glimmer is the one thing that comes out of baseline. It is a hacking drug that repairs your connection, skips ice reactions, it gives armor, gives matrix damage, so pretty solid. Again, he's got the basic sword here with that as well, and by selling level 2 combat drugs, he's got a basic aid kit and hyper V-caps. I think it's level 1 combat drugs, actually. Yeah. Okay, great. So I do want to pop Co-Conspire. I'm going to go ahead and use it on the other doctor. I mean, the problem is, like, we're going to do it anyway, but the difficulty is, cool, we got an Exfiltrate. Exfiltrate's fun. It's a fun mission type. I just don't have that many Puppet Master charges, and I don't have enough favors, so it's going to be awkward upgrading everyone the right amount. I did say I was going to show off the silencer, or sorry, I was going to show off the sniper rifle. Let's do that. We can compare a silencer, or like a fully modded gun to a fully modded gun. We're close enough to it. Wait, did I not put in? No, okay, there it is. Okay, right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So we can see. Actually, let's not just compare. Right. So 85 accuracy, 475 ballistic damage, which is still a ton. Okay, armor shred, really good range, rather quiet. 5 shots in the magazine is enough. Recoil at 41 can matter, but what I'm kind of curious about is, yes, we baked on this, we baked on this, we baked on this. So we got -4 recoil from the grip, which honestly, whatever. We got 6 accuracy from the optic, which is kind of nice, and another -3. So yeah, -6 recoil. I mean, we went from 47 to 41, kind of whatever. 6 accuracy, actually fairly relevant. It's relevant enough. I don't think I got the best rolls here. I mean, minus recoil is just so skippable in a lot of cases. Because you need so much recoil control anyway that like, it doesn't really matter how much you got. Spend our point on the face. Let's spend our point on the Cyber Sword Soldier. We've already grabbed this stuff, so now it's basically... Let's start making Marker Sights better and have it deal more and more damage. Second charge is worthwhile, IMO. And getting crit allows me to be useful in more ways. Soldier goes to 15. The +2 means he can also now go into Coordinated Charge and get another 15 crit damage. Kind of nice. He'll grab these 2 as well. Keep in mind this buff is a really short duration, and it's a long cooldown, and so... Though I'm not going to be grouped that heavily, we're also not going to be in the same mission all that often. That'll be fine. Is there any other base stuff I want to do right now? I'm trying to think, like, what's going to be... I'm trying to think what's going to be, like, next. I'm trying to get to PL6, which I'm pretty close to. So I ideally want to pop some of these missions when I'm already PL6, because that way they are worth more and can have, like, higher quality loot and are worth more gold, money and experience. So I'm getting... Let me double check, because I have the numbers somewhere. I'm PL5, so I'm getting... yeah, I'm getting 0.05 for a proc gen mission. So this is worth 0.05, which... I mean, I might just, like, walk in, grab loot boxes, and leave. I think that's totally okay. We can make that one really quick. But I basically need to run 2 meat space proc gens and 1 solo hack. Although this is a meat space mission, this is a meat space mission, that's legwork. This is also a meat space mission. This is going to be another infiltrate and download. And so basically I need to pick which are my 3 favorites. I might just do them in order, right? I'll just, you know, run this, and run one of these. Who knows? So yeah, next episode is probably going to be running 2 of these 3 missions. We're going to be getting pretty close to the power level 6 storyline, which is the retirement storyline. It's really fun. I think there's cool stuff going on there. So we'll have that going in a couple episodes, actually. We're only probably 2 episodes away from that. So that's it for me, I think, because we're going to be running this mission relatively soon. I guess we can have this pop if we know what we're already running. We can let time move forward a little bit. Let's actually try to detox people. No, wait, I need to run this mission. Okay. Who's eligible for this? Probably the same 4, right? I'm just not gonna go for hacking. That makes sense. Okay. Then yeah, next episode is gonna be running this right away. Detoxing people as needed, letting some time tick forward, and then running this afterwards. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.